Good afternoon and welcome to FlossTube number 33. Um, Today is August 5th, Monday, August 5th, and it's been, once again, I have missed a month. I spoke to you last in, I think, early to mid-June, and now I missed the entire month of July, and now it is officially August. I was going to try to come back to you before this, but as you know, if you've been watching my videos the last few months, it's been a pretty big transitional period for us. I started my new job. My kid graduated from high school, and sorry, my lighting is a little different today. My husband did not weird. He did some different things, and it seems dimmer in here than I'm accustomed to, but when I try to sort of brighten it up, it sort of washes things out. So hopefully this is okay. We will just go for it and see what happens. And if he's the expert, so if he watches it and is like, oh, that wasn't what I intended, then he can play with it for the next time. Anyway, meanwhile, so when last we spoke, my son had just graduated from high school. We were getting ready to send him down to Boise State. And since then, we have done that. We had a cat die. I've continued to work at my new job and I'm loving it. And we sent my son, the cat died a couple of weeks before Max had to leave to go to college, and that was his cat, so that was really upsetting and awful. But she was an old cat and she had some health problems, and you know, something finally got her. She got congestive heart failure, and it was time to let her go. And you know, in a way, I'm glad that there wasn't a long lingering, you know, do we or don't we. It was pretty clear that we needed to put her down, and so we did. And I was also glad that it didn't happen like right after Max left for college, because there would have been some level of guilt, even though it wouldn't have been his fault, there would have been some level of guilt there, I'm sure. But anyway, we had to put the cat down, and it cost us a lot of money. Having a cat put to sleep is not very expensive, but making sure, especially since it wasn't really our cat, it was our son's cat, making sure that he knew we did everything reasonable to do before putting the cat down, even though I kind of knew the writing was on the wall. You know, we did all the testing and we tried the drugs, and you know, spent a rather large chunk of money so everybody knew that there were no regrets. And so that happened, and then we sent Max down to his Boise State orientation, and as far as we're concerned, he's gone now. He went down there for orientation, but my parents, who live about an 6 to 8 hour drive away in Washington, picked him up from orientation and took him back to their place, and then they're going to deliver him to campus the day before move-in day later this month. And my husband is going to fly down and help him with the move-in. I'm going to stay here just because it's saves us a ton of money if I stay here. So and I'm okay with that, especially with the cat having died and stuff like that. And you know, it's just logistically it'll be easier. I did take the time off work, so I will get to relax during that time, and I will be able to communicate with my husband back and forth constantly about what we should or shouldn't buy and stuff like that to help him get it set up in his new living arrangement. But he'll go down there. So anyway, Max got registered for his first semester of classes, and we got all the loans worked out, and we got the scholarship worked out, and blah blah blah. Everything is going well. My new job is going well, and I finally feel like things have settled down to where I can film this video. And I'm working without notes today, so this might be a little rambling, disorganized, and some stuff might be missing, but I just needed to throw it together. I do believe my husband will join us at the end here. I think he's got something prepared for you guys, so hopefully that's true and I'm not lying to you. Because most of you seem to enjoy him, as do I. So he'll be coming in at the end after I'm done with a little something. I don't know what, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, so I have worked on I've worked on 7 things. One was a start to finish, a little tiny one, since last we spoke. I have been stitching steadily. I've been stitching away at big things, and so I'm not doing very well on getting my number of whips down. I was at 48 when last we spoke, and now I am at 49. but I have been stitching away on very large things. So for the most part. So, and then when the cat died, I had a new start because I couldn't help myself. Oh gosh. I think I'm a backup. I have 50 whips. Because I had 3 new starts. One of them was a start to finish, and one of them is another BAP, and then one is like a small to medium-sized project. Most people probably call it a medium-sized project that I will probably finish before I put down. So I'm back up at 50 whips. But I think what I've decided, well, right now I'm just in a place, like, when the cat died and then I sent my kid down to his college orientation, I kind of lost it. Not, like, I'm fine. Like, I think Anton and I are actually going to do pretty well as far as, empty nesters are concerned. I think we're rapidly adjusting. We're changing things up in the house and making use of the extra space. And, we're ready for him to come back, like, Christmas, summers, if he chooses to. But we're also sort of, trying to take advantage of just being a couple and having this big house to ourselves and not having to worry about his wants and needs all day, every day. So I'm fine. I didn't really lose it. I just sort of, like, had a couple of days of, when the cat died and I needed a new start to comfort myself. And everybody in this house took the cat dying pretty hard. That was the nicest cat we've ever had. Like, she was a really, how cats are supposed to be, like, selfish and demanding, and this cat was not. This is the nicest cat I've ever known. She was our black cat. And, she was so sociable and so stoic, and, like, she was just clearly wanted to be where the people were. Every night she would sleep at the end of she would go hang out with Max until he was, like, ready to go to bed at night, and then he has mild allergies to the cats, so she didn't sleep in bed with him at night, and so he would kick her out, and she would come sleep at the end of our bed all night long. Not in our way, at the very foot of our bed. And then when we would get up in the morning and we would go out, like, in the living room to go about our business of getting ready for work and stuff like that, she had these spots that she would go to and hang out in, where she was just around us. Wherever we were, she would just go and she'd be like, here I am, I'm going to hang out in your vicinity until you go to work or whatever. And we realized she was really going downhill when she suddenly, couldn't get up the gumption to, like, follow us around the house. And so, anyway, when she died, I was like, I'm starting something new. And so I did. Because, and I bought a couple things, and then I sent my kid down to college, and right around that same time, Bendy Stitchy was putting a bunch of stuff up for sale, and I bought a pile of things from her. So, and also in between the cat dying and the Bendy Stitchy thing, I placed an order on 123 Stitch, and I also went into a thrift store with my husband, and I always look at their cross stitch stuff, and generally there's not anything of real interest, but there was. So I found some things, and so I've got a little pile of haul to show you. So that's where I am. Let's just begin with the haul. So, oh, and prior to the big Bendy Stitchy sale, I purchased one little thing from Bendy Stitchy too. So that's in here too. But let's start with a little bit of 1, 2, 3 stitch haul. I needed something. There was something legitimate that I need. Oh yeah, I needed a pattern because I watched Ham and Steph, and they warned us that this was on its way out of print, and I was like, I gotta have that one. So the Yellow Submarine. Other than the Strawberry Fields Forever, this is the only one of that series by Blackbird Designs that I really had high on my wish list. Like, I really was going to be heartbroken if I didn't have it. So when Pam and Steph mentioned that it might be on its way out of print, I immediately went and purchased it. And no pattern can travel alone. So I purchased 4... I overdid it. I purchased 4 Mill Hill kits. One of which I've started and finished already, and the other 3 were new. Other 3 I haven't touched yet. This one, because I've wanted it for a long time. I think I also have their Pink Flamingo that is not a Christmassy one. So I bought that one. And then I bought 2 Christmas ornament Mill Hill kits that remind me of my son. For a long stretch of time, he was pretty into nutcrackers. We bought a lot of nutcrackers around Christmas time for him because he just loved them. And he also has a Snowy. He has an owl named Snowy, a stuffed animal named Snowy that he's had and loved since he was a toddler. And so I got this one too. I will stitch those and put them on the Christmas tree. Maybe this Christmas. I don't know. I will probably sit and stitch them up in short order when I'm feeling sentimental and missing my child. So there we go. So that was my 1, 2, 3 stitch haul. My first little thing I got from Bendy Stitching. I'm pretty sure this is significantly earlier than the next batch, but I'm pretty sure I didn't show this in my last video. Today is a good day for a good day. It's the Sweetheart Tree. It's a kit. I love the Sweetheart Tree kits. They're full kits. They come with very nice fabric. They come with absolutely everything you need in a nice little convenient case. And I've done a couple of them, and I just love the Sweetheart Tree. So, and this one comes with lamb's wool linen and what is that? The bow tie charm and the crystals and Mill Hill beads and I think it's basically DMC floss. But yeah, it comes with everything you need. And I love that saying, today is a good day for a good day. And I'm totally going to, I have a very nice like workspace at my work, like a desk that's all my own. It's very nice, and I have room for little things. And I think this is a very good work appropriate, positive thing. And it really, like, this is really appropriate for me. I really try to be pretty positive, and not like a Pollyanna or anything, but you know, I do try to be pretty positive and as much as I can, like, happy in every stage of my life, in every day, whatever. Anyway, so I think I'm gonna make this up and like put it somewhere on my desk at work, just to like remind me to stay in the right frame of mind, which is not difficult right now because I am freaking loving my new job. So no problem there, I don't think, at least yet. Then I had some thrift store finds that were a big surprise because I almost never see anything I want there. And a couple of these I know are really good deals. Okay, so I found Teresa Wensler English Cottage Sampler for 25 cents, ladies and gentlemen. 25 cents. This isn't even high on my list of Teresa Wenslers to do, but I would do it, and for 25 cents I just couldn't I couldn't not, as they say. And if I made this would be probably something I would give to my mother. Like this would be good in her house. But 25 cents, yeah, that's a no-brainer. Another one, also 25 cents, a Paul Levon. This is a Paul Levon I'm not overly familiar with. I do like Paul Levon. I am maybe slightly less likely to do this one, but for 25 cents, it being a Paul Levon, I could not pass it up. But there are several Paul Levons I'd rather do before doing this one. But I might do it. In any case, I'm hanging on to it. Because these are not that easy to come by. So, not high on my list to do, but you just don't pass that kind of thing up. And then I found a pile for 50 cents each. I found a pile of Boyd's Designs Antique Santas. And, yeah, these are, so I've 5 of them. These are from when? These are old. These are hand-drawn charts. Yeah, I don't want to open it yet. I think they're pretty old, but like maybe the 90s. I'm not really sure. Oh, 1981. I found a date, so not even the 90s. 1981. And this one is called New Santa. It says New Santa is adapted from an antique postcard by artist Archie Gunn dated 1909. So, and they're all charted in DMC. The charts are hand-drawn, minimal back stitching, no blends. Yeah, these are, there's quite a few colors, but they're not very big. So, yeah, these are cute. The next one I got was Tuck Santa. I like Santas that aren't always wearing red. And this one is nice. It's green. Tuck Santa. He's a little bigger. Tuck Santa is adapted from a Raphael Tuck and Sons Inc. postcard, postmarked 1910. This design was made in 1980. So again, all DMC, a little bit of backstitch, 61 by 87 stitches, a good number of colors for a smallish design. This one is St. Nicholas, and he is from 1981. The design is 1981, adapted from the Charles Graham edition of Clement Clarke Moore's The Night Before Christmas, printed circa 1870. It is the first time Santa Claus was shown wearing red clothing trimmed with white fur. I did not know that. That is fascinating. This is a smaller one, 88 by 60. Yep. All DMC. Hand-charted. Hand-drawn. This is the Care Santa. 1980. I like him. I like his different colored outfit. Let's see. Adapted from an ad card from the Care Thread Company given to customers at Christmas. It doesn't say when, unfortunately. I like to see all the details of the 1909, 1910, etc. I could probably, though, with that detail, the Care Card Christmas, Care Thread Company given to customers at Christmas, I could probably get information on when that was. 1900 Santa, another green Santa. And this one is from 1979. Fewer colors, it's a little smaller. 1900 Santa is adapted from a popular Christmas postcard, vintage 1900. So, anyway, so I got all those. I got all of that at the thrift store for $3. Anyway, you know, you just never know. Okay, and then I got my, I'm not going to show my 3L Threads haul. I think I've had 2 batches of threads from Trisha since my last video. Everybody's seen them, and some of them I've pulled out already to use in other, in projects, so I'm just not going to show them. But then I got my, I had my week moment, and I got my, my pretty good haul from Bendy Stitchy. So I got 2 pieces of fabric from her. This one, that is a nice, like, summer sky, cloudy blue. That would be really great for a lot of things. I have a couple of projects actually in mind for it. I can barely read the tag on this. It's fat quarter, 28 count, hand-dyed Jobalon. Oh, ha! I said it's a nice summer sky in the color summer sky. So, yeah, summer sky. Hand-dyed Jobalon. I enjoy working with Jobalon. The snobby side of me likes linens, but sometimes it's really nice to work with something really, really even. Jobalon is nice. I like it. And I try not to be a snob. And this is a odd strip of, I don't think it has a label. I don't think it came with a label. I don't know that I know what it is. It is a strip. It is Zweigart, because it's got the, oh wait, is it? Oh, maybe it's not. Oh yeah, it is. It's Zweigart. And it is sparkly and teal blue. See, sparkly. I have, believe it or not, I've never actually worked with a sparkly fabric. I have long intended to, but I've never actually worked with a sparkly fabric. So I could make either something long, obviously, or I could make a few little like ornamenty size things out of this, or a couple of pretty sparkly biscornus or whatever. I didn't pay very much for it, and I love blues, and the sparkly is nice. Maybe maybe some Christmas ornaments, maybe a couple of sparkly biscornus, whatever. All sorts of things. Lovely things can be done with this. Okay, and then patterns. And one kit. I'm not ready for this, but I bought it anyway. This is one of the Victoria Sampler Beyond Cross Stitch Learning Collection things. The reason I say this, says level 5 square fillet filling and tulip motifs. It's got some, it's small, but it's got some pretty heavy duty cut work in it. I either want to get some, doing cut work and Hardanger, etc. Is definitely something I want to do. I have a book. I have like the book for Hardanger. I'm setting this aside for later. I either want to get some of their lower level items to do first, if I just go the Victoria Sampler learning route, which isn't a bad thing to do because Victoria Sampler, their instructions are great. So, but I don't want to jump to level 5 right now. So this is being set aside until some nebulous day in the future when I know what the heck I'm doing, when I have some of the building blocks. So, because although it's small, it does look somewhat complex in terms of the cut work part. So, oh yeah, it says there's a series of 50 of these. Oh yeah, I should not even think about that, because that's 50 things that I could buy from Victoria Sampler. I already need to get all the letters, right? All of the alphabet learning samplers. Yeah, the collecting brain, it's not good. So now I got 3. Let me get them out of the bags. She sent them in very nice like sleeves. which are real usable. But I want to take them out of there so you can see them. You can see them better. I got 3 By the Bay. I love By the Bay. I haven't stitched any By the Bay. I haven't even bought any By the Bay, but now I have 3 By the Bays. But I have seen many that I like. And these are, 2 of them are Christmas and one of them is not. So this is New England Whaling Waters, and I love me a whale. And I love the historical stuff. This looks like something Pam ought to stitch too. I know she loves a whale and a lighthouse and stuff like that. And there's a good book out there called We the Drowned that people should read. It's a novel, but every time I look at stuff like this, I think about that. I think about that book. So there you go. There's that. Yeah, I would love to do that soonish. One of the things I've decided I really need to do is because I want to keep starting things, I need to like stop starting huge projects as to the degree that I can until I because a lot of the projects I have right now are big, and the more big projects I get, I stitched on a bunch of big stuff this past several weeks and I didn't get anything done. I made good progress and that's important, but I really need more quicker gratification. I need to do some smaller things. And there are some amazing, lovely smaller things. I need to focus more on getting projects and starting projects that I can finish within a couple of weeks, or, you know, where if I worked on them solid for 2 weeks or so at the most, 2.5 weeks, that I could actually get them done. Instead of these things where you look at and you start them and you know, like, you're not going to get them done for like years. I need some more, because I really love like starting and finishing something beautiful that took me a week or 2 to do. And there's so many beautiful projects. And I could do more of them if I do smaller ones. So that's one of the things I've come to the conclusion for myself, that I need to work on more small to medium size, what my idea of medium size projects are. So, and all of these fit, most of these I think fit into that. So then this one is By the Bay Needle Arts Santa at the Seashore. And I like that. Santa's like boat instead of sleigh is being pulled by seahorses. I just think that's quirky and sweet. Yeah, I like that a lot. And then the last By the Bay Needle Arts is New England Winter. And I really love that. So all of these are what I would call small to medium projects. This is probably the most involved one. And let's see what the count is on it. And it's very nice. It's like a little booklet with separate sheets. Where is the... Oh, here we go. Floss list. It's all charted in DMC. 126 by 95. So that to me is a medium-ish sized project, not a big one. It's something I could start and dedicate myself and finish. Or I wouldn't have to, but where it's not like something that I look at and I go, this is going to take me years anyway, so why bother? You know, because sometimes that's demoralizing to know that you were never... And sometimes I'm totally fine with it. That's why I do big things, because I'm totally fine with the grandiose, with the, this is going to take me 40 years, and maybe I'll never finish it. But sometimes I just want to finish something. Then I got something by Elizabeth's Designs, Little Leaf, and I just got this because I had this thing for dragonflies, and this is really beautiful. Lily Pond. And it is a kit. It comes, well, it is not a complete kit. It comes with the Needle Necessities Overdyed Floss, the green, and in Grecian Olive. And it comes with the 4 dragonfly charms, which are precious. And yeah, this is why I got it, because I've just loved the dragonflies. And it also comes with the frog charm. I'm sorry, I really want to show you this, but so we'll just have to watch me struggle to get this little tiny bag open. Okay. So it came with 4 of these dragonflies. It's dragonfly charms. Very sort of antique gold looking dragonfly charms. And then the center, in the center is a cute little frog. And it came with the specialty floss. So what I have to provide is the fabric, and which is easy, and then some DMC. There's also a needle necessities. Oh no, I've got needle necessities 142. That's what comes in here. So just a few colors of DMC, which I have. So I could start and finish this any day now. I'm sure I have fabric in my stash that'll work, and I've got the specialty floss here, and I have a complete set of DMC. So that's not an issue. Okay, and I'm gonna put that away. I am gonna make you sit here while I put things away, sort of, some of them. Next I got Erica Michaels, Ebenezer's Christmas. I just, literary stuff. I don't even like Charles Dickens. I could go on about why I don't really like Charles Dickens. Although I have read most of his stuff, I do have a disdain for Charles Dickens. But even if I don't like an author that much, like, I will do literary patterns. They will still charm me even if I don't like the author. So this is Erica Michaels, Ebenezer's Christmas. Oh, I was wondering about this. This the front is stitched on silk gauze. I'm not going to do that. I want to do a silk gauze project, but I want to do a smaller one than this to start. But they have another suggestion, and I'll do that. Ebenezer's Christmas. They use classic Colorworks. They use different colors for the back cover model. Huh. Okay, anyway, sorry. I'm really looking at this for the first time. Different combination of thread and fabric depending on which one you use. So the one I'm going to do, they have suggested some classic Colorworks silk floss, and I might use that. I might go out and get that stuff. I like classic Colorworks, or I might just substitute with something I have. But this is what I'm going to do. Erica Michaels. And I don't believe I've ever done an Erica Michaels either. This is a rather thick booklet. Oh, here we go. Here's the pattern. The pattern is pretty nice. It's black and white. It's good sized. It comes on two sheets. It's big enough to read easily. This is not be a problem. Okay. Yeah, never done Erica Michaels, but I have long been meaning to. Seen quite a few Erica Michaels projects that I like, and it's a winner. It's Dickens, it's Christmas, it's literary. Yeah, I like it. Okay, and then something that has been on my wish list for forever, and I've just been putting off getting it, is, I'm not going to take this one out. You guys have seen a lot of this. The Cricket Collection Skeleton Crew. I flippin' love this. Just love it. I have to think real hard about what fabric I want to use for this. I've seen it done in a variety of ways. I kind of like just what they're doing, but it also makes good sense to me to do it on something darker. Yeah, really, really love this. And more and more, I have a love for the Cricut collection in general. So, okay, so that is all my haul, or most of my haul. It's all the haul I'm going to show you. So now let me show you in, not necessarily, I don't know if it'll be in any order. Let me show you the things I worked on in the last several weeks. Well, I'll just show you the start to finish first. I had been working on nothing but BAPs and not finishing anything. And I was dying to start something new. And I didn't want to add any more to my whips than I knew, so I wanted to start to finish. So I started and finished my s'mores magnet by Mill Hill. I could totally survive just on stitching Mill Hill kits. They're just so well made, so cute, and you get the immediate gratification. And I'm not gonna do a giveaway on the s'mores pattern. My eventual intention is it's just not worth it giving away one little Mill Hill pattern at a time. It's not worth the trouble. So I am just setting them aside as I finish them, and either I will do a pile of Mill Hills given away all at once, or I will just stick the little Mill Hills in with other appropriate giveaways. But so it will be given away eventually, but not today. I love that. And you know what's so great? My favorite part about this is those little chocolate beads down there at the bottom. Those are, oh, focus. Those are like the perfect texture. And look, when I stitched those in, I was like, yes, that is chocolate. I think they call them crayon brown. Is what they are called in the Mill Hill kit. Crayon brown beads. I love them though. So yeah. Yeah. I just love Mill Hill. Just love them. Okay. So when last we spoke, I had just stitched on Christmas in London, which was almost a UFO, and I'd gotten it out, and I had stitched quite a respectable chunk on it, and I was feeling the love for it again. So I hadn't quite got to a stopping point when last time we did a video. I did a video for you, so I put in another day or so on it. So here's a picture of where it was when last you saw it, and here it is now. I think basically I filled in the rest of this thing that's hanging from the chandelier, and some more of the like gray stitches. So I wanted to get done. I'd really wanted to get this thing done, and so I did, and then I put it away. But yeah, I like it again. So that was good. It was really good that I got it out. And it may not come out again for a while. But it is no longer a UFO. Then I think I went to after that I think I went to something I hadn't worked on in too long, which is my Death by Cross Stitch. And here is a picture of where you last saw it. I think the last time I'd worked on it was at StitchCon. So I had set it aside for about a year before I got it out again. So I finished page 5, because this is 4 pages across the top, I believe. Yes. Finished page 5 and got a good start on page 6. And I love it. I love this thing. It's gonna take me forever, but it's I'm probably about a third of the way done. So so that's not nothing. So I worked on that for a while, and then I think the cat died. And I believe that, maybe, is, I could check on Instagram, but I'm not going to. Anyway, at some point, the cat died, and I just bought something new and started it. And it's another BAP, which I shouldn't do. But I've been wanting to do the Witchy Stitchers Universal Monsters Sal. I won't bother to show you a picture of it because I think everybody is familiar with it. If you're not, go on Instagram, go to her Etsy shop, whatever. It's the Witchy Stitcher, and it's the Universal Monsters Sal. And I joined that, and I started. And this is how far I got. This is really fun. And there's a virgin. You'll see differences. The original was a small moon in this color scheme. And then she released a version of the big moon like this, like I've chosen to do it, and also the big moon like that, but in a different color scheme, like a harvest moon color scheme. And I just really liked the yellows, the bright yellows. So I went with the big moon, because why not, in the bright yellows. And I really like it. And the fabric I'm using is from Laura at the Slovak Farm. It's a really good piece of fabric. It's unfortunately a solo dye, so you can't get it. But I got it. And I had a whole bunch of projects in mind for this fabric. But when I decided to stop exercising willpower and buy and start this project, I realized it would be perfect. So that's what it's going for. So it's being put to good use. Thank you, Laura. It's a lovely piece of fabric. I'm very happy I bought it from you. Okay, that's a loose needle. Then yes, okay. I have some semblance of order here. I worked on Halloween at Hawthorne Hollow, which is really getting neglected. I have had it for a while, and I have not worked on it as much as I should. So I got it out. Okay, I need to stop putting needles. I try. My rule is I don't put a needle in the fabric if I'm not going to stitch on it again soon. But I've now found 2 needles on things that I have not been stitching on. Oh, let me show you where it was when last you saw it. And here it is now. So I finished. I did make respectable progress on it. This is on 40 count ale by Picture This Plus. If I do say so myself, it is the perfect fabric for this project. Ale is lovely because it's not warm. My go-tos are ale and gingerbread. Gingerbread is warm. You'll see that again, and you'll see that one in a minute. And ale is not. So it's like good for spooky things. But both of them, like dark colors, light colors, and everything in between show up on this fabric. So I finished I can't see what you're seeing. Finished the ladies in the center. And then I just decided to start off. That's why I did the center, so I could go anywhere. I started off with the first block. And I am doing 40 count ale by Picture This Plus. I am doing it in the NPIs, and the colors are freaking incredible in the NPIs. Yeah, they're expensive, but and you know, I'm not at all saying that don't do this project if you can't afford the NPIs, because most people I know are doing this project without the NPIs, but they are something special. They stitch beautifully. They're strong, they're smooth, they don't knot that much, and the colors are amazing. And I'm really happy. I'm happy that I can experience them. may not be worth the money to everybody, and certainly, certainly if I couldn't or didn't want to spend the money on the NPIs, I would still want to do this project. But I do really love the NPIs. Okay, and then after that, I got out my Shores of Hawk Run Hollow, because apparently I wasn't hawk ground out. So I got out my Shores of Hawk Run Hollow, and I'm super thrilled to say that I am now at the halfway point. When I had put this away before, let me show you a picture where it was. When I had put this away before, I had mostly filling in to do, plus the anchor and the compass rose. But I had a whole lot of filling in to do. And so it was the center block that I was working on, which I think is amazing. Again, I'm doing this in the NPIs, and this is gingerbread, 40 count gingerbread. So you can see the difference. This is a warm fabric, and it's just gorgeous with these colors, with those cool blues and stuff, and the whites. It just looks really wonderful. The warm contrast with the cool colors, I think, is really something special. So yeah, I had this. I love this compass rose. I had the compass rose and the anchor to do, and then mostly just filling in of all the sails, the hull, and the rest of the water. And I had to quit because I am almost out of the white in the sails and the blue in the water, both of which are called for quite heavily in the rest of the pattern. So I need to purchase those two before I take this out again. So, which is no problem. That's one of the reasons I didn't purchase like multiple skeins of each, is because it's a big investment at first to buy all those NPIs. It's a couple $100 worth of floss in this project. But they don't use dye lots. They seem, well, I shouldn't say they don't use dye lots. I've heard companies say we don't use dye lots. I don't know what that really means. But it's supposed to mean that the thread is more reliable in color. But I'm not sure how much you can buy that. But I've seen multiple skeins of NPIs, and old and new, and I have not seen a difference in the colors. But the other thing that I've done with this project is I have made sure that, like, now I've finished a block. So if there is a slight difference between the dye lot on the colors when I buy the replacement skeins, it won't matter that much because I'm doing them on separate blocks, if that makes sense. Threadworks is one that I've heard. Somebody at 123, the customer service at 123 Stitch, told me that I didn't have to worry about dye lots with Threadworks, and so far that's been my experience. I have bought replacement skeins of things from Threadworks and not seen any difference between colors. It's definitely not true of like the Gentle Arts. Love the Gentle Arts, but there are very significant differences between old skeins and new skeins, and they don't even have to be that old. between an older skein and a newer skein of a Threadworks thread. There can be very significant differences between them, and which can be really problematic if you haven't planned ahead enough. So anyway, then after I got to the halfway point on Shores of Hawk Run Hollow, I just wanted to start my my Yellow Submarine. So I did. And this is 3 days of work on it. And I think I'm going to have this one finished in not that long of a time. And I think no promises, but there's a very good chance that I will finish this project without putting it down to work on another project. So again, here is the finished project, and I started it. And I did not use the called for fabric. Cedar plank is the called for, and I just didn't think that that was really the thing. So I can't tell you what this fabric is, because the tag fell off, and I think in order to find out what, I got this fabric at StitchCon, and I think in order to, but I went in my old Instagram post about, with that pile of stuff I got at StitchCon. I didn't go this year, last year. And it's the one piece of fabric that I can't see the tag on because it's just in the pile. But I think that I could go refer to, and I probably will, go refer to my old video where I talked about my StitchCon haul last year, and I'll say what fabric this is. So I don't know what fabric this is at this point. It's bluish. And I'm using almost all of the called for colors. They're all Gentle Arts. Thanks to Trisha at 3L Threads and my nest egg, I had almost all of them. One I didn't have, and I could have sworn I had it, but I couldn't find it, so I substituted something else. And then one we haven't gotten to yet in the nest egg, and that's Tin Bucket, so I'm using Freedom instead of Tin Bucket. Blackbird gives you like DMC, like the two colors that are closest to what the Gentle Arts would be in DMC. These are variegated, so like in the case of Tin Bucket, they said 924 and 3768. So I pulled out DMC 924 and 3768, and then found another thread that I thought was close to it and used that. Another thing is one of the threads I did have, and it's called Mountain Mist, and it was used for the like lighter blues, the anchor, and some of the like the bubbles and stuff, and it didn't look anything like those, and it didn't look anything like the corresponding DMCs. I think it might be a case of, like I said, sometimes Gentle Arts, the colors are very different from one skein to the next, so which can be frustrating, but I still love Gentle Art, I swear. So I pulled the DMCs. I didn't think it looked anything like the Mountain Mist that I had. Didn't look anything like this, and it looked kind of like grayish, not very blue at all. And it didn't look anything like the colors of DMC that Blackbird Designs said it was supposed to look like. So I again got out the DMCs, and I laid them out, and I sifted through my fancy flosses, and I found something that would work. And I ended up with Jodrey Designs Caribbean, which I have used before as a substitute for another fancy floss in a project, and I used that for this. And it doesn't look particularly close to the DMCs, but it was closer than the Mountain Mist was, and it just looked nicer, and it looks closer to what I see in this picture. So yeah, and the rest of it I had everything. So thanks to Trisha and my nest egg. So there we go. This is going to be fun. I love this project. All right. And now this pattern is hard to come by. I haven't decided. What I will do when I'm done with this project. I'm not necessarily real inclined to give this pattern away. I don't know. I feel like I might want to keep this one. Anyway, but we'll see. I'll decide. And that is it, right? Yeah, that's it. So anyway, it's almost an hour. You're going to see my husband in a few minutes, and I wanted to say something else. I wanted to say, since I started my new job, even though I worked in a bookstore for many years and I was surrounded by books. There's something about being at the library that has really like reinvigorated my love of reading. And at first I thought, well, this is going to be like, I was feeling really torn between reading and stitching. And I thought, well, this is going to be hard. Like, how am I going to read more and without stitching less? And actually I'm not reading more and stitching less. I am reading more, but I'm not stitching less. What I'm finding I'm doing is I'm not wasting as much time on like junk, like playing stupid phone games and surfing the internet and things like that. I am reading quite a lot more. I'm really happy about that. And I think once I get back into the swing of things, I'd like to do videos more frequently. And I think that I will start talking about books like I know some people do. Sharing the books I'm reading, because I'm reading quite a bit more. So not going to do that right now because it's been such a long stretch, and this is already an hour-long video, and you're going to see my husband too, which is going to tack on a little time. But I think I will make that part of the thing. Okay, I feel like I'm missing something because I haven't written a list, and so you know, flying without a plan here. So, but it is good to see you guys again. Hopefully you'll see me again in 2 weeks, maybe even less. I have kicked around the idea of doing shorter, more frequent videos. I think it's just going to depend. But now that I've got my son out the door, of course, there's going to be a little bit more like angst with when I send my husband down there to move him into college and stuff like that. There may be another spurt of angst. Right now we're pretty relaxed because he's just hanging with grandma and grandpa, so everything's good, but we'll see. but I would like to visit with you more frequently, and so hopefully I will manage that. I wouldn't mind doing some like shorter, more frequent videos and incorporating some book talk into those. So thank you for visiting with me, and hopefully I'll see you again in about 2 weeks. All right, bye guys.
Oh, hello. My name is Anton Doron. I'm the creator of Space Trucker Bruce and also the upcoming movie Girl, Yeti, and a Spaceship. When I was researching for the movie, I came across this video from the 1980s of a Bigfoot encounter north of Juneau. Now, the video you're about to see is real. It's totally not me and my son and a couple of friends running around the woods with my VHS camcorder. No. Take a look.
Are we ready? Okay. Jack Buckner here, avid outdoorsman and Bigfoot enthusiast. I'm here in Juneau, Alaska, investigating reports of Bigfoot sightings on a new trail north of town. I've got my Bolex here. The AV Club brought a new Super VHS camcorder. All right, let's move.
Hi there, I'm Professor Bob. I teach the AV class at the university. Yeah, mostly we just film basketball games, edit basketball games, and then shoot more basketball games. But not today. Today we're Bigfoot hunters.
Oh, I'm Andy. I don't usually do this stuff, I just needed some credits. Guy behind the camera is Jimmy.
Hello. What do you?
Oh, you know, Metallica, Iron Maiden, George Michael, the usual.
Trail builders spotted Bigfoot about a month ago. Flew up as soon as I could. Oh, I love the outdoors. The smell of it, the way it feels on your naked body.
What?
Well, you boys ever spend much time in the woods?
No, not really.
Well, ever been on a week-long survival trip with nothing but a pocket knife and a spatula?
No, that would require me to spend a ton of time in the woods.
Ever killed an animal with your bare hands?
Certainly not. When have you done that? Aside from when we were playing D&D.
tree banging. They're trying to communicate. Oh, there's no going back now.
Tree banging?
Well, well, well. What do we have here? Bigfoots are known for nesting. You can see the materials he has gathered over here. We're not far away. Oh, yes. This is mating material right here. I think a Bigfoot's gonna get lucky tonight. Here, take this. Get me in frame. Oh, what do we got here? Looks like some grade B moss. Bigfoot's favorite. Oh, he really knows how to speak to those female Bigfoots. Oh, yes. Mr. Bigfoot, he's a smart man. Oh, I think the scent goes north. Let's go that way. Keep filming.
Now we've hiked 12 miles. Our crew's exhausted. Let's head back. Bigfoot's just not here.
I don't get it. We were so close. Where is he? Jimmy? Spirits are low. No sign of Bigfoot. We're headed back. What are you doing? You have to pee? Again? Didn't you just go like 10 minutes ago? How do you videotape basketball games?
Dude, milk jugs.
Ew.
It works.
Go over there. Bigfoot. Crew, mobilize!
What's he got in his hands?
Looks like takeout.
This is way better than the Patterson-Gilman footage. We're gonna be famous. Oh, damn it! Spotted us. Well, once they see you, it's over. Pack it up. Time to go.
I thought he was crazy, a Sasquatch, but there he was, scratching his ass on camera. The heck with basketball. We're Bigfoot hunters now.
Not Bigfoot. Probably just some hairy fishermen. Some fat, hairy fishermen. If you wanted to see that, we could just go down to the harbor. Jesus.
Well, we got him. Hopefully this footage here will be good enough to get a sponsorship from the Mutual of Omaha. Oh, this is Jack signing off. Bye-bye.
Oh, so what did you think? That's pretty interesting, isn't it? Not fake at all. No. Yeah, it makes you wonder if Bigfoot's out there somewhere. Well, I'm going to get back to my memory enhancement, so talk to you later.